We've been telling you about Mueller's indictments against 13 Russian nationals for meddling in our election. The question now, what does this mean for the Clinton campaign, and can they be charged for their alleged ties to that anti-Trump dossier?
GOP Congressman and former U.S. Attorney John Ratcliffe is a member of the House Judiciary Committee. He joins us now to weigh in. Congressman, good morning. So what say you?
Morning.
Can the Clinton campaign be charged for that dossier?
Well, you know, there's nothing inherently illegal about doing opposition research or even using foreign sources to do that research. I think that if you want to hold the Clinton campaign accountable, the greater abuses relate to how that dossier was used before the FISA court, and the fact that the FISA court was not told who paid for it, and that it was used as a basis to gain a warrant against to spy against a Trump campaign associate.
Congressman, let's go into the indictments themselves, because if you watch the mainstream media over the course of the last 48 hours, you are literally getting the exact opposite of a legal education. What you're learning is absolutely incorrect. It doesn't make any sense, and it is legally, factually inaccurate. What did these indictments show? What did they not show? And is the president completely absolved, mainly absolved? Where does he fall on the scale?
Well, this particular indictment is mostly good news for the president. Remember, the charge to Bob Mueller was to investigate whether or not the Russians interfered with the election and whether or not there were any links to the Trump campaign. The 37-page indictment lays out with some granularity for the first time how the Russians actually did interfere or meddled in the election, but also very clearly in the indictment and in Rod Rosenstein's press conference, they go out in great detail to say that no Americans, including anyone associated with the Trump campaign, was wittingly involved with respect to this particular conspiracy. So it's mostly good news for the president. I do think that the negative here is that Bob Mueller has clearly indicated in the indictment that the investigation will continue. When a prosecutor uses the term that there are others known and unknown to the grand jury that are part of the conspiracy, that's a signal that there are other either superseding indictments to come or additional indictments about additional conspiracies.
Right, but Congressman, as a seasoned U.S. attorney, you understand the ramifications of saying no American knowingly. That is the mens rea. That is the key part of prosecuting somebody. Am I right?
Very clearly. And so, again, I think that this indictment does not deliver what a lot of the critics on the left were hoping for, that somehow Bob Mueller was going to issue an indictment that would lead to the impeachment of Donald Trump. It's clearly not in here, and there's no indication that any American was involved in this larger conspiracy out of the Kremlin or an association, the Internet Research Agency associated with the Kremlin.
Congressman, we're almost out of time. Very quickly, your colleagues in the Senate have referred Christopher Steele for criminal prosecution to the DOJ. Will we see something of that nature from the House?
I don't think you'll see something out of the House. One criminal referral is probably enough. I do think that there are grounds if someone wanted to charge Christopher Steele with, for instance, lying to an FBI agent, that would be pretty a case that could probably be proved pretty easily. So I think that the House will continue our investigations that are ongoing. But again, the problem with Christopher Steele is the same as these indicted Russians. I don't think that the Brits, even though they're our allies, are going to want to extradite to us a former counterintelligence official of theirs.
All right, Congressman Ratcliffe, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.